Hey guys, welcome to workout number 1 officially for the Runners Workout Series. Today's workout is going to focus on basic strength and a little bit of flexibility towards the end as a cool down. What I would advise before you even start this exercise today is to get in about a 5-minute walk or 5-minute jog, something to get your blood flowing a little bit before you get into the strength piece of the puzzle. What you will need today is a longer resistance band. So this one is pretty long. You can also use dumbbells as well, and I'll show you those modifications. And then also you will need a loop or a resistance band that is tied in a circular fashion. So we'll be putting this around our forearms as well as our ankles. So let's get started. We're going to do 3 circuits today, and you can do them with me. I'll talk about a few things we need to look out for as we go through the exercises. So let's jump right into it. Circuit number 1 is going to start with inchworms. This one is a great one. Gets everything started working in your body: arms, hips, core, legs. Oh, it's great. So let's get started. You can either be on a yoga mat, or even a great place is going down a hallway. So you'll take your feet. I'm not super flexible, and that's okay as a runner, but you'll take your hands, you'll put them down onto the floor. If you're able to keep your legs straight, go for it. I cannot, and that's totally fine. You're gonna walk your hands out till you are in a plank position. If you are stronger, by all means, take your hands out even further in front of you. All right, so try to keep a nice flat back. I'm gonna bring my hands back a little bit because I am not quite that strong yet. Then you're gonna walk your feet in. If you are able to keep your heels down, excellent. I'm gonna have to bend my knees as I come forward and then stand up. So you'll notice that as you're more flexible and stronger, you're gonna be able to do this kind of in a V position. All right, there's one. Let's get into it a little bit. So go down, walk it out, plank. Bring those feet in. You'll feel that nice stretch in your calf. Take it up as far as you can. Stand up. Turn around. Let's go again. Take it down. Walk it out. Keep that core nice and engaged. Hold. Bring those feet in. Get that good stretch going. Feel that feedback going through your legs and your arms. We're not done yet. Keep coming. Going down. Walk it out. All right. Hold. Walk those feet in. Again, that nice stretch. As you get closer, bend the knees. Come up. All right. Got 2 more each direction here, so 4 more total. Take it down. Walk it out. All right, plank it. Good. Walk it in. You guys got to send me a video if you're so much more flexible than I am. But hey, if you're not, you got to start somewhere, right? I'm not afraid to tell you my limitations. Come on down. Walk it out. And there's always that discussion on, do runners need to bring those feet in? Be super flexible. And the debate's kind of like, well, not particularly, because we need a nice rigid pull lever to push off. All right, last 2 here. Walk it out. There's my little 2 cents during a workout. Now this is not going to be the hardest thing you do today during this workout, but it gets a lot of body systems working. Walk it out, feet up, knees bent. Good. All right, there's the first part of the circuit. Second part is gonna get your hips firing. So take your circular band. You've got to loop it around the ankles, okay? You can always bring it up to the thighs as well, so right above the knees for a different form of resistance. Bring mine up a little bit. Okay, so I wanted to bring out this band because it is a pretty intense band. And this is a 3-way kick. So we're gonna do 10 on each side. What I recommend is that if your balance isn't so great, you're near a surface, okay? What you're gonna do first, kick forward, kick out to the side, and kick back. Now the reason I picked this band is it's too strong for me. I can't get through a good enough range. So I wanted to show you that if you are very limited in your range, that's not what I want you to do with this. So I'm gonna kick this one off. Good catch, right? I'm gonna bring in my blue ankle Velcro band. So bring it around and both ankles. Again, you could always just use a different resistance on your loops as well. All right, so I'm gonna touch the wall. You're gonna kick forward, oh yeah. See, I can go through a little more range, out and back. So that's one. Let's keep going. The key thing for this one, I'm gonna count with my fingers so you'll see those so I can still talk to you, is I don't want you to be leaning like this, all right? We really want your butt muscles engaged, we want your core muscles engaged, and we want your hips to really get that workout going, okay? So forward's pretty simple. Just kicking forward, trying not to let your body tilt back, right? Sideways, we've talked about as well. Trying to keep that torso upright, but the back is the one that can be a little bit cumbersome. So I'm gonna turn to the side. We've got two more here. Forward, sideways. When you go back, you just wanna feel that butt muscle kick on. What you don't wanna do, here's our last set on this leg, is arch your back to try to get more, okay? What you're gonna notice is, hey, I'm feeling this other hip too. Yeah, it's stabilizing you. It's excellent for running. All right, I'm gonna switch over to this wall here. We're gonna do the other side. We've got 10 on this side. Okay, here we go. Forward, sideways, back. And this one feels a little tired since we've already done so much standing on it already. Here we go. This is 3, good job. Hope you're feeling the burn, getting those muscles going, waking them up. Now for some runners, I think I might have lost count a little bit, there's 5. This is a great exercise to even do before you go for your run. It's like a nice activation exercise, gets everything firing in the hips, which if you're dealing with knee pain, if you're dealing with hip pain, it's excellent to get those hips firing before you even go for a run, because we know we are on one leg a lot and we've got to be able to stabilize. Otherwise, something else down the chain is going to take up for it. Oh yeah, feeling those hips, excellent. All right, the next one's a little simpler, but it's great for your balance. Again, a lot of single leg stuff we need to work into our exercises as runners because we spend all our time either on one leg, on the other leg, or in the air. So this is a single leg heel raise. This particular one, we're gonna keep our knees straight. Excuse my shorts. All right, again, if your balance is a little bit challenged, be near a surface. We're gonna come up, make sure you get a good lift through that calf. You want that heel to come up off the floor. Try to maximize the height each time that you lift. That's 3, here's 4. You don't wanna just plop back down. You wanna be the boss. 5, here's 6, feel that calf working. If it starts to get a little shaky, 7, really think about control. 8, 9, 10. And this is just concentric, not even a harder version. Okay, switching legs, here we go. 1, 2, 3, got this, feel that calf. 4, you can even think about your hips being level as well. 6, 7, not letting that pelvis drop as you do this. Keep it up. 9, 10, good elevation. So from the side, you should be up as high as you can go and back down, control. Awesome. That is the first circuit. I'd recommend doing 2 times through on that one, really getting everything working. But let's move on to the second circuit. If you need to replay that part, go for it. The second one, we're gonna come down to the mat. This one's great for those lateral stabilizers, great for your QL or quadratus lumborum, and those obliques as well, has a little bit of hip abduction too. You've got options. I'm gonna show you the one that I'm able to do for the majority of this, but a progression would be knees straight, coming down, okay? So this is how you can do it if you're super strong. I'm gonna break it down and make sure I give you better quality with this movement. So my feet are touching the ground, my knees are together and touching the ground, my shoulder and elbow are in line. Whatever you wanna do with this hand is cool. So you're going to bring the hip up and back down, nice and controlled. Again, just like the one we did, you don't wanna plop it down. There's 2, lift gently, 3, 4, I'm shaking a little bit. This is good for me. 5, yes. That's terrible. 6, 7, but I already did 3 of the other ones, right? 8, 9, you don't even have to overdo it. I just want you to be straight right here. So I don't need you to go crazy. Just make it nice and straight. All right, got to keep it even. Flip around. Let's do that other side. So feet, knees together on the floor, elbow under shoulder. All right, nice flat torso. Lift up. 1. Lift up. 2. Lift up. 3. Really pull through those abdominals. 4, 5, 6, 7. Getting that shake going now for myself. 8, 9. One more thing about the shoulder. Don't just collapse into it. Keep it strong. See how there's this nice window here as we go into 10 and down. Good. All right, the next one's one of my favorite exercises. It's called the running man. You can add a weight in your hand if you'd like. You can also add a cable machine as well. I'm going to show you from the side. So let's start with kind of in a runner stance, right? So one leg back, that same arm is up, and then you're going to draw this arm back and the knee up. The weight is going to stay centered on the front leg, okay? So here you're seeing how my back leg here is straightening and bending. That's crucial. That's 2. Here's to 3. Really be in control. That back foot should barely touch the ground. 4. The progression is not even touching the ground. 5. Okay, we're getting the hip, we're getting the quad. 6, we're getting that running motion. Here's 7. One thing with this knee, I'll show you when I do the other leg. 8 is making sure that it's not diving in. 9, really work this quad. 10, oh, it's excellent, excellent. Now I'm going to shift, put the weight on my right leg, taking my left leg back. So here I want you to watch this knee if you're doing this for the first time, really trying to make sure that you keep that knee over your toes. What I mean by that is 2, don't let it dive in. 3, really work on that hip control. 4, that comes from being able to keep your knee there. 5, here we go. 6, I'm gonna start feeling it here on the side. 7, again, you cannot tap that leg. 8, keep your torso nice and straight. 9, not shifting all over the place, right? And 10, good. Getting everything activated there. Now the next one is gonna be, it's part of your calf muscle, but it's one that's frequently forgotten. Again, I'll turn to the side. You're gonna bend your knees a little bit. If you need the wall for balance, go for it. So I'm gonna scoot a little bit closer. Knees are bent. Just putting my fingertips onto the wall. Lift up. Again, trying to maximize that height. Control down. See, I'm already shaking. Most runners, when we check this, shake like crazy. So it's super important we work on this. That's 2. Here's 3. It controls our tibia as we go through mid stance when we're running. 4, I think, because I talk too much. Here's 5. Here's 6. See that shake? Yeah, you feeling it? 7, 8. So you want to make sure your body is going straight up. 9, not to the surface that you're touching, okay? I'm going to give you one more because I want to show you that right way. All right, that's circuit number 2. Again, I'd go through that twice, really get those muscles going. Then we'll do this last circuit here, which is more for your arms. Don't forget your arms just because you're a runner. 2 of these you've probably done before. One's going to be a new one for you, most likely, if you've done gym, personal training type stuff. My arms are really weak, so I'm working on them. I hope you guys can appreciate where you're at as well. So first one is just going to be a push-up. Again, if you feel strong, go for it with the feet out. Me, I need to bring it down. I need to be on my knees. All right, I'm going to start with my hands under my shoulders, and I'm going to come down. I like to keep my elbows close by me right now. There's 1. Drop it down, keep that core tight, keep that back flat. Here's 3. Oh yeah, here we go. Already feeling weak. 4, 5, here we go. It's one of those things as a runner, you always skip strength day, right? Here's 7. I'm starting to compensate a little bit. You'll see me starting to lift with my back, so I'm gonna just drop down as far as I go. Yeah, so if you start compensating, if you start feeling yourself changing things up, just reduce that range. Oh, that was excellent. That one's good. Okay. Here's where you can use the band or the dumbbell. It's a bent over row, so you can step on it. It's almost like you're starting a lawnmower, if you've got a self-propelled lawnmower. All right, so I'm here. I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blade and then come down. So I really like to get my weight over this front foot, keeping my chin tucked, my spine aligned through my back, nice and straight. Here's 3. And really focus on squeezing that shoulder blade. It's not about how high you can get that elbow back. It's about coming here and squeezing that shoulder blade. 5. Here's 6. Here's 7. Okay, here's 8. I'll show you from the side on the next one. Here's 9. And here's 10. This is an excellent one, especially if you have a desk job and you're sitting at the computer all day. It's an excellent one. If you're dealing with headaches while you're running, this is a great one as well. Okay, so my weight's over my foot. I'm gonna get a good grip here. You can place your hand on your knee, squeeze the shoulder blade. Ideally, you shouldn't really have your elbow go past your side. I feel like for me to do it, I have to do a little bit past, but you're focusing here. Here's 4. Here's 5. Here's 6. Really squeeze. 7, fighting against gravity. 8. There's many ways to do this, but here's the start. 9. 10. All right. So this last one for the arms, you can do with your loop band. That one's again too strong for me. Or if you have a long band from therapy or one that's like this with the handles, go for it. Elbows are going to be by your side. It's a good rotator cuff strengthening. Again, another postural exercise. You're going to rotate out, keeping those elbows in, and then control back together. Here's 2. You should feel the back of the shoulder working. Here's 3. Here's 4. You'll notice how you stand up a little bit taller as you go, getting a good stretch on those pecs. 5, 6, and if I lost count throughout this, sorry, close enough. 8. Feel free to comment below which ones I messed up on. 9, 10. All right, that's circuit number 3. Again, I'd recommend 2 times through to get those muscles going, but we're gonna finish with a cool down. I'm gonna show you a hip flow. So this one has multiple parts. I'm just gonna show you guys the first part. It works on external rotation of the hip, being able to sit like this, and also internal rotation of the hip, which I'll show you is more like this motion. So essentially, you're gonna start in this externally rotated position and internally rotated position. Make sure it doesn't cause you any pain. Then you're gonna tighten your core and switch. This is just the basic level, but working on a little flexibility. You'll see how you want to try to keep your core centered over your pelvis, even as you're moving. Okay, as you get stronger, you'll be more coordinated. It will move more in unison. My right hip is tighter, so you may notice that it doesn't lay down as smoothly as my left. I'm curious which sides you find are more troublesome for you. And then back. A couple more. If you're really tight, you'll notice when you try to go here, you're kind of sticking your chest out because that hip won't go down. Just do what it can, even if it's flying way up here, okay? Shift. This is definitely one you don't want to do on the floor without something squishy because it can be very uncomfortable. All right, last one on this side, and then we'll finish back here in our starting position. Good. That's part of a hip flow. There's many other parts we'll work on as we go, but that's the first part. Then the last stretch is just a calf stretch since we worked that area pretty well. I'm not a huge fan of stretches. You won't see it a lot, but it's a nice way to just work on ankle mobility as well. What we'll do, take a leg back, keep that heel down. One thing I see people compensate with is they'll turn their foot out to the side. It's not going to give you an accurate stretch. So here, feet facing forward, lean in. You can even push into that heel a little bit. So now I'm feeling this nice stretch right here through my calf. We're gonna hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now in all honesty, research shows we need to stretch things for more than a minute to actually make a change, but I use this more for ankle mobility and a little bit of just activation. 2, 3, 4, 5, push into that heel, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, one more each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, push in, 9, 10, last one. Okay, here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. That one you don't have to do 2 times through, but it's just a nice cool down. You can even go for about a 5-minute walk or jog at the end to just work those muscles in a little different manner than we did with that workout. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy it and keep getting stronger, runners.